show started. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get it. Here we go.
You're not tuned into the City Flow on Hidden City Radio.
We know it's good. Make them say.
We are on TopNotch Butterscotch.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, TopNotch Butterscotch. It is April 12th, 7 p.m. It is Monday, y'all. And boy, has it been a Monday. Oh, all right. Hope everybody made it count. Y'all already know how it goes here on City Flow, here at Hidden City Radio. Man, like, I'ma just tell y'all, like, I had to return back to work today. And when I tell y'all it was no picnic in the park. You feel me? Like, I got a regular 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here in front like I don't go to work, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got a regular 9 to 5, and it's just been crazy all day. But the good news is we get a fresh start tomorrow, so I'm not tripping about none of that. So moving forward, I got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. But before I get into that, if you would like to be on my show, please submit your inquiry to hiddencityradio@gmail.com. If you're a business owner, please make sure to submit your bio about yourself, your business, your web address, your Facebook page, Instagram page. If you use to promote your business, please submit that to me at hiddencityradio@gmail.com. And also, if you are a music artist, such as my music artist that I'm going to be interviewing tonight, oh, all right, y'all already know. So yeah, if you're a music artist, please submit your music to me in MP3 format with proper metadata, because I am a registered station with ASCAP, BMI, and SCE, and I want to make sure you get your royalties. Oh, all right. Yes, y'all know how it go. If you're tuned in now, drop me a line, say, hey, what's up? We'll give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see Bronx chilling in the back. What up, Bronx? He don't care. Moving right along. Yeah. We got the new voicemail service on the website. So if y'all want to drop in and leave us a line, I'll call it the Listener's Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Just say what's up. We'll play it over the air. You know? So while we wait for our guests, I want to keep y'all posted on what's coming up next here on City Flow, here at Hidden City Radio. Because I want y'all to keep it locked with me. Yes, I do. And y'all have been the most awesome. I don't want to say awesomest, because that's not a word, but y'all have been the best support group ever that a girl could ever ask for, and I appreciate all of the support that you guys have given me thus far along my radio journey. Yes. So if y'all bear with me while I pull up my calendar, typically I already have it up, but you know, I'm gonna blame it on the Monday blues, you know? So coming up on Wednesday, we're going to be interviewing Miss Ayo Ito. Yes, that's another music artist. She just dropped one of her, I think it's a single. So we're going to be talking to her about her single and her music. And then on Friday, what day is that? The 16th, the day after my sister's birthday. Happy birthday to my sister in advance, Miss April Ragland. Shout out to you, sis. So then we're going to have Chef Justin. We're going to have her on Friday, April 16th. And the April, I don't know if I told y'all, but I'm going to take a little break because I got to get back to, you know, going in the office and making sure, you know, I'm taking care of home, because this is what comes first, me taking care of home. This is the passion until the passion starts paying off, you know what I'm saying? I cannot secure that bag. I cannot not secure that bag. So with that being said, after April, I'm going to take a little hiatus. However, you can still tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, hiddencityradio.net, to still listen to the show at 7 p.m. It'll be an archive of all the shows that we've already done. And also, you can go to YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. Make sure you go to Facebook, do the same thing on Instagram, and just keep up with us, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. And if you're in a giving mood, y'all already know I don't like to do that, you know what I'm saying? But if you're in a giving mood, go ahead and donate to Hidden City Radio. .net, you know what I'm saying? So we can get some stuff pumping around here. I'm trying to get a building. Yeah, I'm trying to get a building. What's up to my best friend since we was 14? We was down like 4 flat tires on cinder blocks. Shout out to my girl Z. Janeé of Antiques Davis. Put all your business out there like that. What's up, my friend? Just want to let you know, Tamika told me to tell you it's a girls' night this weekend. So if you're in town or if you ain't busy, make sure you give me a call. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you after the show. But anyway, y'all, let's see if I can get my guests on the line, because that's who we are waiting on right now. So, yeah, she says she's coming. Give her like 2 seconds. She's running a little late. So, yeah, if y'all tuned in right now, drop your girl a line. Let's chit chat for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me how you like the show. If you don't like the show, you know what I'm saying? Let's fry each other. You know what I'm saying? I got the jokes of all jokes, you know? Let's go. So I'm your girl, TopNotch Butterscotch. Everybody that come on here call me something different. So, yeah. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoying the show so far. I will play some music for y'all, but I don't want them to mute the live, you know. So hopefully our guests get on the line soon, you know. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. So you know what? I really want to be real rap raw right now, but I'ma just hold my tongue. You know what I'm saying? They say keep it real. I say keep it real, rap raw, so they can't call you flaw. But at the same time, it's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just hold my tongue. Let's see. I'm gonna put y'all on pause real quick, and I'm gonna get back with y'all. Hang tight. We're gonna go to commercial break. It's loud and clear.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Awesome, awesome. I just realized my mic was down, so I don't even know if the audience could have heard me before then.
Oh no, I definitely couldn't hear you, but I can
Oh,
hear
you
you.
couldn't?
No.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, let me give her another introduction. It's the Monday Blues. What more can you do? You know what I'm saying? But like I say, keep it real rap raw so they can't call you flaw. This is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Moving right along, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Janeé Latrice, music artist and owner and founder of Boogie Down Bookings. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all check her out on all digital platforms with that new release dropping of Back to Me. And I mean, I just gave them your introduction, but if you don't mind, just tell them where you from.
Yeah, absolutely. From Philly. I've been raised in Philly since I was around 8. Before that, was born to military parents, so I've literally lived all over the world. Before I moved to Philly, I lived in Germany. And yeah, right now, I rep West Philly, and that's what it's
Nice.
given.
Nice, 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 nice. I love Philly.
Hey,
Yeah, I got a lot of friends out in Philly. The Philly Stars. Y'all
absolutely.
bulls, young bulls. So
On, that's all us. That's all us.
that's it. You know what I'm saying? And the best Philly, a little cheesesteak platters, a little takeout.
Don't play
That's
with it.
it.
Don't play with it.
Oh,
You
all
already
right. You
know.
already know. Oh, all right.
You're not getting a cheesesteak if you're not in Philly.
That part,
Just
sis.
clear
That
about that.
part. A quart of water. Oh, all right.
Come on,
All
Butterscotch.
right. Come on now. I told you I'm going to make you feel like you at home on this show.
I
So
love it.
moving
I
right
already feel at
along.
home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I grew up a military brat as well. But
Yeah.
we not gonna talk about me. We gonna talk about you.
Okay.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Janeé Latrice, are you ready to jump into this interview?
Let's do it. I'm here. I'm ready.
Let's do it, sis. Let's do it. All right, so I gotta ask the first typical cliche question to
What's
all
that?
music artists and all business owners.
What's that?
What first got you into music?
That's not really cliche or typical at all, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to music, it's so interesting because I don't come from a musical family per se. Like, I come from a military family by and large.
Okay.
And those members of my family who are not in the military are your attorneys, accountants. Like, this is the type of family that I come from, right?
Yeah.
So that's actually a hard question to answer. My first memory of creative living or music or performing arts, there are two that stand out. One is the first time I had to be all of 3 years old, seriously, because I was living in Virginia on a military base. And the first
Okay.
time I ever saw Star Search, I was
Oh, you
like,
you telling your age, sis. You
listen,
telling your age.
I just had a birthday. I just celebrated my 34th birthday, February 19th. It's all good.
I don't care too much for the Pisces, but I'm gonna give you your
Don't worry.
props.
I'm a February Pisces. I'm a February Pisces.
Oh,
We a
all
little
right.
different.
Oh, all
We a
right,
little
sis.
different. No, but the first time I saw Star Search blew my mind. I just remember, like, because I saw kids my age,
Yeah, you probably saw the
or
group
around my
Girls
age.
Time, huh?
Yeah, like young girls, like really up there
Yeah.
killing it. And then later on in my life, the first time I saw my cousins that are close in age to me perform at a dance recital, just a
Okay.
typical dance recital for dance school. I fell in love with performing then. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? And I think very early on, I realized that I could sing.
Mm-hmm.
My first memory of singing is like around third grade when my school was preparing for like a Christmas concert the music class was putting on, and I was getting all the solos and things like that. So this dates back very, very early on. But I didn't
Gotcha.
grow up like seeing people sing in my family, seeing people perform. It wasn't that. Like, it was just something that, I don't know, the creator endowed on me. Just, I don't know. You
Got
know
you.
what I'm saying?
Nice,
I've
nice,
been loving it my
nice.
whole life, basically.
So basically, you were destined to be an entertainer.
I feel like that. I really do. Like, it
Yeah.
comes second nature
It's
to me.
one in
I
every
love it.
family, though.
It's like breathing to me. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Nice,
probably
nice. So, how long have you been in the music industry?
well. The first time I put an album out officially was 2011.
Okay.
So look back to me releasing this year. It was literally 10 years since the last time I put an album out. Um, so that would probably be my first foot in like the actual industry.
Okay.
For the past 6 years, I've been working professionally as a wedding band vocalist. So I do, the event band thing. I do the reception MC, and I've been doing that professionally. But in terms of the industry, I'd say right now it's given 10 years. That's a
Nice,
long time,
nice.
Lord.
Right. You done paid your dues, sis.
So still
Nice.
paying some, but definitely have paid others. Yes, for sure.
Nice, nice. Okay, so are you on an independent label or are you signed to a big label? I hope you I mean, this is the station where we interview independent like why did you even ask that, Tiffany?
Exactly.
It's
No,
Monday.
that's not a dumb question at all. Shout out to everybody who is holding down their artistry on
Yeah.
major labels. that is a whole different beast.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I know about it, but that is not my story. I am an unsigned artist completely. So everything I do, I manage myself. You know what I'm saying? I navigate my,
You
thank you.
trying to secure the whole bag.
Yeah,
Oh, all
exactly.
right.
I
Yes.
navigate my own conversations with producers. I have my own relationships with studios, but other vocalists,
Nice.
vocal arrangers, the whole
Oh, you
nine.
that
So
boss. You that boss, bitch.
I tend to think that I am, you know.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's how for me it's just more freedom. It's more freedom in that. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I get to do things the way I want to do it. And one thing that's important to me, particularly when it comes to music, is not allowing it and not allowing my drive for it or my connection to it or my commitment to it to be driven by anything other than my love for it. So,
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? Those kind of things start to become second nature when you have a major label and you have certain things and metrics that you got to meet and certain things that you have to adhere to. For me, when it comes to music, it's very important that I'm liberated. It needs to sound like what I need it to sound like. It needs to sound from my heart. It needs to be authentic to who I am. So, in order for me to stay true to that, I'm in the driver's seat of all things.
I know that's right. I ain't even mad
It's
at
the
you
air horn
though.
for me, Butterscotch. It's the air horn. It's giving me
Cause I gotta validate that. I ain't need that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
it
I
really is.
respect that.
I
I
appreciate that.
cannot knock your hustle.
Thank you.
I respect all of that.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Nice. So, was there a time you ever wanted to quit? If there was, what did you do to overcome that or deal with that situation?
Listen, frequently I sometimes want to quit. And it's not about just throwing in the towel completely and just saying F music, F entrepreneurship. It's not that.
Yeah.
But I live my life as a full time creative. I'm also a grown woman with bills and with life
Yes.
responsibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything I do has a certain vigor and a certain hustle attached to it and a certain grind attached to it. And sometimes that gets exhausting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
not
that
always a
is.
lot of time for rest. There's not always a lot of time for your average social life. You
That
know
is
what I'm saying? Because this is
true.
100% what I do. I do this full time, and so yeah, I have my moments, you know,
Yeah.
where I'm like,
Man,
let me
F
just go get a
this.
job
Yeah.
and say forget all of this. But what brings me back is I'm not a I am so creativity, music, art. These aren't things that I do. This is literally these are things that make up who I am. Like you
Mm.
know what I'm saying. So when I remove it from my life, or when I consider life without it, it's almost like considering not living. Like this is how deeply connected I am to what it is that I do.
You're
So you
deeply
know,
invested. Yes.
yeah, very much so. So the moment I have, anytime I get fatigued or exhausted, or I start thinking about not doing it, you know, I usually use that as a cue of rest. And I may take a moment, I may take 24 hours, 48 hours, do what I need to do, breathe deep, meditate, whatever. But then I start hungering for it all over again. So I'm back. I'm back.
Gotcha. Like my grandma said, just won't leave me alone.
Exactly.
I
Grandma be
got you.
knowing.
Not the church finger, girl.
Grandma be knowing.
She be knowing, yo. So, were
Absolutely.
there any regrets that you've had so far along your journey?
Well, that's a great question, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I can't say that I've had any regrets. One thing that I'll say about my relationship with regret and things like that, I've never been a person who was afraid to fail out loud. So, especially with like building my business and stuff like that, sometimes and with anybody who's doing anything that is unprecedented, where you don't have like a concrete example of somebody who did it exactly what you're doing, exactly the path, anytime you are living that kind of life, you have to be unafraid to try and
No, go
it
ahead.
may
You can
be
speak your piece.
okay. I wasn't sure.
You
You
can
have
speak
to
your piece.
thank you. I appreciate the green light on that.
Go
You
ahead.
have to be unafraid to just try some shit, and even if it doesn't work, you can't let that bury you. right? So I've never been a person who's been afraid to fail out loud. Like I'll roll out a project, or I'll roll out a product or a service for a boogie down or whatever. And listen, if this shit falls flat, if it don't soar, if my sales don't do what they need to do, I'm on to the next thing. So because of that mentality, I don't think that I cling to things like regret like that. It's just everything is a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I learned from this, and I'm a student of life. So I'll take whatever didn't work from here and I'll apply it to the next thing. And that's really anybody listening will tell you that's really how I am. Thank you.
Yo, you had me at you don't cling to regret.
No, I don't. And
That
for
right
real,
there, that's deep, sis.
as creatives, I feel like we have to like be careful about that, because people with create like artists in particular, people with creative minds,
Mm-hmm.
our mental health is always hanging in the balance. I mean, like if we don't
Mm.
prioritize that, that thing can go left for us because of just the way our minds work and the fact that everything we do is so mentally invested and emotionally
Mm.
invested that no, I cannot cling to regret or any moment of failure or allow anything negative like that to become me. Like I can
Mm.
feel my failures for a second, and that's fine. That's healthy. But after that, we want to the next thing, Butterscotch. We want to the next thing.
G-
And that's just it. You know?
So, are you writing a book anytime soon? Cause
You know
damn,
what?
sis, you deep.
I appreciate you
Girl,
saying
I'm just taking in all of these gems you
yeah.
dropping.
I appreciate you saying that. And that's so crazy that you asked me, am I writing a book anytime soon? Because like low key, I feel like for the past like 3 years, I've been working on this book. Like I haven't this would be a hidden city radio exclusive at this point, because I've never spoken about it before across a public platform, and I've not
Okay.
set any deadlines to
Right.
it or anything like that. It's just a personal work.
Right.
But yeah, I have been working on a book called Dream Sing Speak. I have that trademark, so that's fine. I'm comfortable sharing that. But basically, yeah, because I know the journey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like for me, coming from such a professional family, not having any examples of what it is to live this kind of life that I'm seeking out to live,
Mm.
for me still being a person who appreciates the finer things in life and who completely denounces the idea of being a starving artist, because ain't nothing about me ever been or ever will be starving.
Mm.
That's a lot of work. It's a journey. It's a lot of intention. It's a lot of hustle. It's a lot of grind. It's a lot of studying. It's a lot of educating yourself. It's a lot of failure. It's a lot of small victories.
Yes.
And so yeah, I've been thinking about putting that entire journey into a book. And you know what, Butterscotch, I will hit you up the moment I have a deadline date for that thing, and
Please
we can come
and
back and talk
thank
about
you, because I'm like totally invested and only got the prelogue.
it. I
Wow.
appreciate
Wow.
you
Wow.
so
Okay.
much.
Okay. So you done went deep on we see that's why I told you I was like, I
Yeah,
don't know how the conversation gonna go. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's all
I
about the
get it
interaction.
now. I get it now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So let's talk about back to me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, cause I know
Yes,
it got to tie into this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
let's talk about it. What happened? Why is it titled Back to Me? Like, did you go through
That's a
some
great
traumatic
question.
experience? What happened?
That's a great question.
All
So
right.
you mentioned me being the CEO and founder of Boogie Down Experience. After I put my first self-titled album out in 2011, then I went through these years of trying to find my footing in the world as a professional creative.
Mm,
Eventually, I started Boogie Down Experience after years of working in the wedding entertainment industry. Boogie
okay.
Down Experience started to experience its own levels of success, right? So that's a wedding band company, or event entertainment company rather, and we provide live bands, DJs, and the likes for weddings and corporate events. That's what my business does.
Right.
And ever since I've started it, it consumed my life. Like, because it was started making
Mm,
money, and now I'm like, oh, finally, I am able to sing and make money at the same time. But I
right. Right.
also had to wear
Right.
the CEO hat, and I also had to build a business because building a brand is no joke. and there was also content creation, and there was also hiring musicians, and there was hiring singers. And before I knew it, I was no longer writing songs. I was no longer recording music. I was no longer doing anything that was just freely creative without the umbrella of make money, make money, make money. Because
Yeah.
that's what my company was intended to be lucrative. It is intended to be a lucrative
Right.
platform for artists. Nothing that goes through my company is on no charity, like volunteer. By and large, we may make our choices, but by and large, it's a lucrative business. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And so 2020 happened, and coronavirus came to visit everybody in the freaking world. And suddenly, I was getting cancellations from my business during what was supposed to be our most busiest year yet. After I spent all this time building the company, and I was at a standstill because I had all these gigs on the books, all these artists, all these singers, all these musicians who was ready to get all this money with my company this year.
Right.
And we had to cancel it all. Like it all just got wiped out overnight out of nowhere.
By
And I was
COVID.
sitting on my hands like I don't know what to do.
Right.
What do
Right.
I
Right.
do? I can't innovate. I can't, there's nothing that I can do to make these people, and even ideas that I tried to come up with to make money. I threw out a virtual arts training program that was not widely successful. I was just trying to make my people money and trying to consider my folks. And around April, May, I was like, you know what? I had to like exhale and release that whole responsibility. And I started writing songs. I was like, because at the end of the day,
That's what you know how to do.
I gotta sustain myself. And this wasn't even about, when I first started writing songs, it wasn't even about no album. It really wasn't. It was about keeping myself sane through the fact that I don't even know if my business is gonna last, is gonna survive this. I don't know. I see businesses shutting down left and right. I don't
Right.
know if my business is gonna survive this at all, but I need to keep myself sane. I need to keep myself well. So I started writing songs. And I wrote throughout the whole summer. And by the time we got to like August, the producer I was working with at the time, shout out to Erica Mack, we decided, I was just like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put an album together. Like, why not? And come back to myself. It's been 10 years since I've even provided space for myself, the artist. I've been myself, the CEO, for the past 5 years.
Right. Right.
Myself,
Right.
the wedding singer, which is very different from from recording artist me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? The me that sings dancing in the street in Motown is different from who we experience on the album.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Um, but the recording artist Janae, the songwriter Janae, that's me. That's a me that I feel like I put on a shelf for years in order to build a business. And so when it came to building that album, it was definitely a back to me type of journey. So that's why I call it back to
Nice.
me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how many songs? How many tracks on the album?
There was 11 and an outro.
Yeah.
So the outro is basically the repeat of the intro, and there's 11 songs, and I love every one of them. I know you about to ask me what my favorite is or something like that. I feel like I feel
I got a favorite, and I'm gonna
do
play my
you?
favorite. Did you know we
Oh,
was gonna play your track?
yeah. What's your favorite? What's your
So
favorite?
my favorite, besides the one I played yesterday for, I was just like, wait a minute, I slept on this one. I think that was called "That's Me."
Let me, because I
Let
know you
me.
put "Let Me" behind the video, the promo video.
Yes, let
Yeah,
me. I
I
was just
love
like,
it.
I slept on that one. I gotta put that one in rotation too. But my favorite one is "Think About You."
Oh man, I love that. Can I tell you a little bit about that? Are you about to play
Please
it?
and thank you, because I'm about to tell you, like, I don't know when that part comes on. Are you alright? Are
Let me
you
tell you about that song. I have
okay?
to tell you about that
I be
song.
in my feelings on that part, sis.
I'm so happy you love that one. So
Okay.
Erica Mack, who's featured on that song,
Mm-hmm.
also created the music for that. So that was actually one of the first songs that I actually wrote with this whole project. I swear to you, that's so crazy
Nice.
because I talked to Erica and I was like, "Yo, I wanna start creating music. I want to start creating music," and she creates music, so she had the hook and the
Mm-hmm.
beat already, and she
Nice.
played it for me, and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And I wrote that verse like right there. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, wow, this is amazing. I sat with it for a little bit and I just wrote it in one sitting. And then we literally got up to like the week or 2 weeks before I was announcing that the album, or I needed to send the album, you know, for final mixing and mastering. And I still didn't have a second verse. I had a second verse, but I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah.
And so I hit her up and I was like, like, you might as well just, this was months later. Because we started working on Think About You in June. She jumped on the song in like February. I was like, give me, like, jump on, like, give me the grace my project with that second verses. Like,
nice.
Come on. And she agreed. And I love that song so much.
Me too. We get ready to throw it on.
Yeah,
yes, we get ready to play that for the crowd. Let's get it on. So up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got Miss Janeé Latrice featuring Erica Mack. Think About You. Remember, y'all heard it here first, here on Hidden City Radio. Keep it locked with your girl TopNotch, Butterscotch.
Think about you. When I don't hear from you, then I worry about you. All I do is think about you. When I don't hear from you, then I worry about you. Truth be told, I never let you know it, but sometimes I got a crazy way of showing, and I know it seems I didn't feel good, but in my dreams I reach for you. You stay heavy on my mind, but at the time it ain't feel right. And I never let you know, let it show when that ain't right. Never told you that your vibe gave me gravity. Never showed you that your love made me levitate. Never said that if the shit in my life wasn't going right, just the thought of you set my shit straight. It's been a while now, going through changes. Won't you please hit my line now, baby? Let's just stop playing. I'm saying, I got one question for you, and I really wanna know. Are you alright? Are you just wondering if I was on your mind. 'Cause after all the searching for the one you I find, you are the one I need, you're the one I breathe, never wanna leave. You know I'm gonna ride for you and die for you, and you know I'm gonna stand beside. 'Cause you walking out in my mind, so when you get a chance, please hit my line. I'm acting kinda pressed 'cause you know you're kinda fine, and I'm trying to make you mine. Yeah. Precaution is 6 feet, but I really am intrigued. My heart begins to beat when I hear you speak, so don't hold back those words. You really kinda soothe my nerves. Oh, I got one question for you, and I really wanna know. Are you alright, baby? Are you okay? Are you really okay, baby? All I do is think about you. All I do when I don't hear from you, worry about
The greatest internet station bringing you nothing but its
The
best.
biggest in the game. Turn up the volume.
Hidden City Radio.
Girl, that's my
saw
jump
you.
off.
I saw you. But
That is my song. You know, That is my song, and I'm gonna tell you why that's my song.
Yeah, I love it.
Because like I see, all right, now that I'm talking to you, like it just gives me that validation that the way I'm feeling for this song is right. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't be in my feelings like that, you know what I'm saying? But when I get in my feelings, I get in my feelings. And
Hello.
that song right there makes me feel like, oh, all right, I'm the boss around here. But you know, it's somebody that got me in my feelings. And I just want to know,
Right.
are you all right? Hey,
I just want to know, are you okay?
are
All
you
'cause I think about
okay? Because
you.
look,
Yeah, that's the
on
song.
the low, all I do is think
Think
about you.
about you. I love that. And I miss songs, especially in R&B, that were just strictly about romance and like those
Yo,
moments, those authentic moments. You know what I'm saying? How we feel, just feeling for
just be
somebody,
real.
missing somebody, thinking about somebody, wanting to be around somebody. Like I'm cool with that. You feel me? I'm cool with all of
Okay.
that.
Man, I want to play the song again.
Ah, you so crazy.
That's my jam.
I love it so much. I love that you love it. That makes me feel good. I have a couple
I
favorites
just
from
want
the
to get
past.
mad and be like, well, why you ain't pick up the phone?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, girl, don't get me started. Okay. I have a couple favorites. I love Think About You.
Okay.
I love This Time, which is like a sultry, sexy ballad on
Oh,
the
I think
album.
I heard that one. You got a
Musically,
nasty, nasty one on there. Which one is that?
this time is not really like nasty,
No, but
nasty.
you got one on there,
But
girl. I was just like, got
that's
to add
that's
that to the
Let Me.
love
I feel like Let
making
Me is like the
collection.
most risque that I get.
Nice.
But this time is like melodically and harmonically. I love where it goes, and I'm proud of myself on a songwriting side. I love
Nice.
For Granted. For those with the project, that's number 3, I believe. Um, yeah, I love that one because it comes from an honest place. I was definitely like on the heels of a romantic situation ending, but I
Yeah.
wrote a song that I was able to be empowered by. And I'm proud of it. I'll always have sentimental connection to that song. Um, and yeah, Think About You. I love Think About I probably love the whole album, right? Of course I
It
do.
is
All
dope,
the
though.
time.
Like I said, I was just like, wait a minute now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Who is that in
I,
my room? I have
I
to go
took
back
some
and look. I'm
time.
like, oh, that's her. Oh, all
I took
right.
my time with it. I appreciate that, but that means a lot. It really does.
Yo, I
It really
really love
does.
it. So you got the new album, and when did that drop? That just dropped last year? Not last year. This
So
week.
Back to Me dropped March 5th. Before that, I hadn't dropped an album in 10 years. So we led with the single All Night that dropped on Valentine's Day, and then we dropped the
Okay.
whole
Okay.
album March 5th.
Mhm.
And I may or may not be back in the lab already.
Oh.
Because
Dropping hints. Dropping hints.
once I got it
Okay.
started, it's kind of been hard to like stay away now. So like now it's like
Nice.
let's
Okay.
keep
So
going
my next question is, has the pandemic helped you with your music career?
for sure. Like if it was, I don't think if it wasn't for quarantine, I
Okay.
don't even think I would have quieted myself enough to get back
Mm.
to songwriting because I
Or
was
get back to
hustling.
me.
Exactly, to get back to me. And that's
Nice.
exactly right. Because I was hustling, but it's like when 2021, I'm sorry, when 2020 opened, the first 3 months of the year, I ain't never even made so much money. Like I was out here. Like I was like, I'm talking about hosting and producing the concerts. We were at Green Soul. We moved the concert
Nice.
series from Warm Daddies to Green Soul in Philly. Those from Philly, you know what I'm referencing. And then, still with the events, the weddings, everything was just picking up. I had a couple different side hustles here and there, all legal, But my
Yeah, yeah,
point is,
yeah.
my point is I was working, and if it wasn't for quarantine, I for sure don't think I would have ever just sat down and been like, let's write music. I'm pretty sure that would have never happened. So
I
all in
got you.
all,
Got
I'm
you.
grateful for the
Nice.
quarantine.
So,
All of
any
this.
recent performances? Because I do believe you had. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. What's your last performance and your most upcoming performance, if you have an upcoming performance?
absolutely. Sure thing. So I've had a couple actually, but the most significant for me. as it relates to the album was we just actually produced a concert series called Soul Cafe. And I performed. It was at Canvas Hall in West Philly.
Nice.
We collaborated with Red Carpet Catering. I
Okay.
co-headlined along with the incomparable Jerome Scott. I co-headlined 3 shows, which, whoo child, after years of not doing this,
Yeah.
I was like, girl, what were you thinking? But each show sold out and we were able to put on a stellar performance each time. I
Nice.
walked away from that very, very proud of what I
Good
did.
deal.
And then, so that was the 3 that I co-headlined. And then that Sunday, I hosted a gospel brunch featuring the incredible Michelle Lee and a
Okay.
jazz night starring the incomparable Taylor Samuels. So that's the most
Nice.
recent. We sold out Soul Cafe 3 times in one weekend, which was stupendous. Um,
Nice.
Upcoming, I know I just performed recently last week virtually for an amazing event entertainment or event coordination company, I'm sorry, called
Hmm.
Perfection Events. They reached out and roped me in for a virtual gala. That was the most recent. And upcoming, I'm probably actually going to roll Soul Cafe back out
Okay.
around Mother's Day. But for those who
Nice.
know me, I also have a podcast that I'm getting ready to roll back out for season 3. And
Okay.
it's busy season now. We're back in wedding mode
Yeah.
in for the wedding industry. So I am like shifting gears just a little bit. It was
Pivot.
just like this roller coaster has been amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely getting back to like the money. But again, I am writing and recording again. That's all I'll say. I'm
Nice.
not gonna say too much, but
Got you. Got you.
like your girl is writing. Your girl is
Okay.
writing.
Good
Yeah,
deal. Good deal. Okay, so I got a few more questions for
sure.
you. And speaking of the podcast, that was my next podcast. Well, my
Yeah,
next podcast. My next question. Tell us about your podcast. And that's called the JL
absolutely.
podcast, correct?
It's called the Janeé Latrice podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. On Instagram we're the JL podcast and on Twitter the JL podcast.
Got you.
And we've coined ourselves the Happy Hour of Podcasts, where
Okay.
young Black creatives come together to discuss our worlds and take what we need. I'm joined
Nice.
by Erica Mack, who is featured on Think About
Okay.
You, my
Yes, my
good friend
song.
who hosted Soul Cafe, Zaloria Lewis, and my good friend who co-headlined Soul Cafe with me, Jerome Scott. We all sit
Nice.
around the table and just talk about life, things that
Nice.
are prevalent to millennial Black creatives, things that
Nice.
matter to us, things that we need to unpack, things that we're
Mhm.
grieving, things that we're laughing over,
Mhm.
movies, albums, music videos,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. And
Real life
it's
shit.
happy hour, right? So we pour up, we sip up, and we chat.
Nice.
And I love it. So yeah,
Nice.
we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts right now. If you go check us out, you can catch the full season 1, the full season 2, and we'll be back in June for season 3.
Nice. So how many episodes per season?
Roughly like 10 episodes per season. So you got a good chunk of stuff to like get into.
Yes, you got a good load of content.
Absolutely. We out there. And if you
Nice.
follow us on Instagram and Twitter, in between seasons, we will be posting our Throwback Thursday so that you can, if missed, if you never tuned in, that's
Right,
fine.
right,
You'll
right.
be
You
able to
can
get
see
your
what the
clips in
vibe
here.
was.
Exactly
Nice.
how it was.
You
So we'll
are
be
a
hitting Throwback Thursday.
boss.
Thank you.
Yo, I
I
love
appreciate
it.
you saying that. Thank you.
Okay,
I
okay.
appreciate you saying that. I really do.
No, okay. So who inspires you?
Whew. That's a great question. I'm deeply inspired by many things and many
Mm,
people. I'm deeply
okay.
inspired by people who live life by their own rules. I'm deeply inspired by people who have had every reason to give up but don't. I'm
Yeah.
deeply inspired by the resilience of people. It's not for me a thing that's limited to like, oh, I'm inspired by Michael Jackson. I'm inspired by Beyonce. Sure, that goes without saying. But for me,
She said,
like
sure.
inspiration, my relationship with inspiration is very precious. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm always open to inspiration. I'm always looking to be inspired. I'm
Nice.
inspired by many things and many people. I'm very inspired by you, Butterscotch,
Oh.
and the way that you
Girl,
handled
don't
this
make me cry on
entire
camera. I told you
correspondence leading
they
up to
got
this
these people
point.
knowing I got feelings. Don't make me cry.
Listen, it don't matter, girl. I'm telling you, I'm inspired by you. Okay. And I told
Aw,
you when you were in communication with me,
aw.
like the way that I'm thoroughly impressed, and I'm not easily impressed by people when they do correspondence and booking artists for things. No, you had just shit together. It was down packed. I respect it.
I'm
I
very
love it.
professional.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. So I was
Aw.
inspired by that, seriously. When I was running late, like logging on, I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out because I respect you and I respect what it is that you do and how you do it. That inspires me. I'm
Thank
inspired by
you.
that kind of
Thank you.
stuff all the time.
I just got a rose while I was alive, girl. You
Absolutely.
just
It's
don't
so
know.
important. That's important, you know?
It really is. Okay, okay, okay. You're so
Yeah.
sweet, baby.
I
Oh my
appreciate
gosh.
you.
All right. So, a few more questions.
Mhm.
I told you, see, if you could do it all again, what would you change?
I would start sooner.
Mm,
I would believe in myself from straight in high
mm,
school. Like I wouldn't. So my journey is I went to the Performing Arts High School of Philadelphia as a
okay.
dance major. I wanted to go for singing. I was encouraged to go for dance because singing was competitive and everybody
Mm.
sang, and maybe I wouldn't get in. So I was encouraged to go for dance. I went for dance. I graduated as a dance major, and from there I went to Millersville University. I went to state school. I didn't go to art school. I didn't immediately start going into the arts world, like, you know what I'm saying. I didn't start auditioning for cruise ships and things that I in hindsight really feel like I was equipped to do. And I did not excel my freshman year in college, and I think it was because, you know, I was ripped away from what I really loved. Like, you know what I'm saying. I did not start sooner.
Yeah.
And if I could change anything, I would start immediately. Like as soon as I knew that this was my love, that I loved creativity, that I loved music, that I was good at art, I would start. You know what I'm saying? Like ferociously, like pursue, like fiercely pursuing
I
that as
get
a
you.
career. That's the only thing that I would change. Otherwise, I'm very grateful for every aspect of my journey.
Nice. So, did you said that you applied to become like a cruise singer?
I in my vast, you know, career of experiences as a performing artist,
Yeah.
yes, I have gone on my share of auditions for cruise ships that will remain nameless because I never got the gig. But the point is, if I would have started earlier, if I feel like if I would have started earlier, you know, there's a certain level of grooming and preparation and things like that
Yeah.
that go into that. But yeah, that was an interest of mine for a long time. I packed my little, you know, backpacks and went to New
Mm-hmm.
York several times to go stand in front of those people and audition for cruise ships.
Boo boo,
Absolutely.
God was
The
looking out
cruise
for
ships, they
you.
get the money,
Listen,
Butterscotch.
God was looking out for you because have you heard the horror story about the cruise life?
I have.
Oh,
I
all
had,
right.
and I actually had friends who were involved in that. And you know, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
There's good and bad that comes with every vocation, every career, or what have
That
you.
is
And
true.
there is, you know what I'm saying? So because I do know and respect people who may or may not still be in that industry, I'm not gonna, you know, go into it. But yes, to answer your question, I most certainly have heard the horror stories. Absolutely.
Okay.
And so you're right. You know, ultimately, I feel like everything happens as it should. I don't have any
Exactly.
complaints about the way my life has panned out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's an example of something that I do feel like I would have started earlier.
Yeah.
That, among other things,
Yeah. Yeah.
just if
Yeah.
I could change something. Yeah,
Nice. 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 Man, I'm enjoying this conversation.
I
Oh man.
know.
All right. So, are you reading any books currently?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny that you asked that. Like, yes, let me see if it's right here. No, for real, because oh yeah. I'm a part of a book club. Well, I'm not a part. I started a book club because when I had Ryan Toby on my podcast, for those who know Ryan Toby, he's from City High. He was in Sister Act 2. He was a
Yeah.
guest
Oh,
on my podcast.
fancy,
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely. He was a guest for us, and he recommended two books that I got immediately and or were gifted to me immediately. And I created a book club just to get through it. And the one that
Mm-hmm.
we're working through right now is Big Magic. You see
Nice.
that?
Yep.
Big Magic. It says Creative Living Beyond Fear. It's by Elizabeth Gilbert. I strongly recommend for any creative out there. I strongly recommend. I'm showing my Instagram live viewers and stuff.
Okay.
I strongly recommend Big Magic. And once we are done that, we're gonna get into the Four Sacred Secrets. So the book club was
Mm.
devised for us to work through these two books together.
Okay.
And I can't speak to the Four Sacred Secrets yet because I haven't started it,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
Big
yeah. No
Magic,
worries.
woo, absolutely.
Nice.
I am currently reading Big Magic and it's changing my life.
Nice. Okay. So, I was going to ask you if you could speak to your younger self just starting out, what advice would you give yourself?
Yeah.
But you pretty much already said it.
Yeah, just start.
Just
Start
start.
now.
Don't wait
Start
on nobody.
now.
So
Don't
my
wait.
last question that I have for you, how do you personally define success in the music industry?
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Now, you know, Butterscotch, that's a deep question. In any facet of life, in any walk of life, no matter what somebody is doing, whether it's music or anything, I define success as accomplishing whatever your clear goals were without compromising your integrity. For
Mm,
me, that looks like legacy. Anything that I'm doing is with the intent to build legacy. I don't have any children. I do plan to have children. I
mm-hmm,
have family. I have friends. I have things in me that I fully intend to live well beyond me.
mm,
And I plan to be able to pull that off, or I am in the process of pulling that off, demonstrating that, executing that without compromising who I am, without compromising my values and what I stand for and what is honorable to me. And so, in any facet, in any walk of life, to me, success is determined by being, first of all, be clear about your goals, take the steps to reach them without compromising your integrity. That is success to me. Has nothing to do with money, in the general sense. I
right,
personally do want to be clear to the universe. I want to be rich, real
right.
rich. But in the grand scheme of things, you know what I'm saying? When I talk about success, it's about legacy for me.
Yeah.
It's about legacy uncompromised. And that's where I'm at with it.
Well said, sis. Well said.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh wow! One of our listeners, Miss Keish
I
Pender said,
see.
"Powerful, excellent definition." Girl, you look. I'm lying when I said you took the words out my mouth, but girl, you gave me the words to put in my mouth. Girl,
Thank
that
you,
is. Sis
Keisha.
has been on point tonight. All
I
right.
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yo,
Thank
we
you. I
definitely gotta
appreciate
have
it.
you back on the show, cause
Please
like
do. I love it here.
man, yo, I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the
Yeah,
gems you dropped. Like you was throwing some self improvement, like gems over there. I was just like, oh, all right, let me take a little note, write that
that's
down.
what life is
I
about.
love it. I love it, yo.
I
So
appreciate that.
please let the people know where they can find your music, where they can find
Yeah,
your podcast. Let them know everything about you. Drop all that information
absolutely.
on them.
You got it. Absolutely. So I am on Instagram and Twitter at Beloved Latrice. Please connect with me because I love making new friends. On
Yes.
Facebook, I am Janeé Latrice. My company is Boogie Down Experience. If you need anything in the realm of event entertainment for any of your events, please visit us at boogiedownbookings.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at BDX Bookings. The Janeé Latrice podcast is available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Moving into season 3, it's our hope that will be available everywhere. But right now, you can definitely
You
find
want
us
to put it
at
on
Apple
Hidden Radio?
Podcasts.
Shoot me an email, girl. All right.
Listen, we
Sorry.
gonna talk, Butterscotch. We gonna
All right.
talk. We gonna talk.
All
Don't even
right.
worry about it. My mind is already there. But again, yes, Instagram the JL Podcast, Twitter the JL Podcast, and as far as my project Back to Me, by Janeé Latrice, that is available on all streaming platforms. Anywhere you
And my
stream,
song is on that album too, so make sure
it
you get that.
absolutely is. And make
I
sure you visit me
move
on YouTube,
on.
Janeé Latrice. Check
Yes.
out my YouTube. Make sure you check out my music video for All Night featuring Jerome Scott. Please, yeah, I'm a lot of places, so connect with me
She
wherever
the
you want.
truth. The
I appreciate it.
truth. Not the truth, the truth.
I appreciate that.
I love it. I love it, yo.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you
keep
so
in
much.
touch. Miss Janeé
Thank you for
Latrice,
having me.
man. Didn't I tell you the time was gonna go by fast?
It sure did. Like, oh my gosh, it flew.
Man, it's been a pleasure.
Thank
Please,
you.
please, please keep us posted on any upcoming events you got
Absolutely.
going on. We would love
Yeah.
to share it here at Hidden City Radio. It's been a pleasure. Please keep
My
in
pleasure.
touch.
Thank you
Man,
so much for
girl,
having me.
you know, you
Thank
ever
you
been
for
on the phone with
having
somebody
me.
like, I don't want to hang up.
I know, like, so what you about to do? I appreciate this. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all the
It's been
listeners. Y'all
real.
keep supporting Hitting City Radio and Butterscotch. She is the
My girl, thank
queen.
you, girl.
We love
Thank you,
you.
girl. But
Thank
it's
you for
been
having
real.
me.
We're going to see you when we see you, queen.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that was Miss Janeé Latrice. Beautiful spirit, beautiful energy, deep. She deep. Oh, I rocks with that. You know what I'm saying? Make your mind percolate, twerkulate, intrigue. Like, I fucks with you, girl. The long way, not the wrong way. Oh, all right. So, yeah, moving right along, y'all know I come to y'all live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. here on HiddenCityRadio.net, Facebook, YouTube. Man, I don't want to hang up the phone. Moving right along, yo. Make sure y'all tune in Wednesday. I will be talking to Miss Ayo Ito, and on Friday I'm gonna be talking to Chef Justin, 7 p.m. here Eastern time. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get out of here because I got stuff to do. Oh, all right. So up next I got Speed by Fetty Wap. Y'all keep it locked right here with your girl TopNotch Butterscotch on Hidden City Radio. Hey, remember to keep it real rap raw so they can't go flow. All right, bye.
Bringing you nothing but exclusives. It's Hidden City Radio.
Hey, girl, I ain't telling no lies with your girl, you was just my sleep. Drink, baby, don't vibe with your girl, I'm what you need.